What's up there, YouTube audience? I'm the Layman, and I made a second video again. Kermit Flail. Can't really do that right now, where I am, but I had something on my mind, and I wanted to share it with you. What brought this on, basically, was I was having a conversation with somebody over Twitter. I have multiple accounts, mostly for role-playing purposes, and it was on one of these accounts where I was talking with somebody about the subject doesn't matter, but I basically brought up Occam's razor, and I basically wanted to go over it a little, like actually break down what it is. As you can see here, I've brought up Wikipedia because that's probably the most easily accessible source that most people would have nowadays. So it states here right at the beginning is Occam's razor, including different pronunciations, is the problem-solving principle that states entities should not be multiplied unnecessarily. But Layman, that's not what it's. I heard it was this blah 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 from this show. That's addressed, actually. Yeah, basically the next paragraph of note, it is sometimes misrepresented in pop culture and other media by some form of the statement, the simplest solution is most likely the right one. This is not the form of Occam's razor, but instead known as the law of parsimony, Latin definition, or the law of simplicity. Which makes sense. A lot of complex philosophical / scientific concepts are usually boiled down to a more simple phrasing so that people watching whatever show this concept is being brought up in can actually follow along. And this definition is not without merit, but taken on its own, it's not entirely correct. So the next paragraph, it says, Occam's razor instead is saying that when presented with competing hypotheses that make the same prediction, one should select the solution with the fewest assumptions, and it is not meant to filter out hypotheses that make different predictions. Okay, so that makes sense, and it sort of lines up with the simplest answer is the right one. The key is that it's talking about two competing, like, theories, shall we say, hypotheses specifically, that are both arriving at the same conclusion, but one has, like, specific steps that can be either easily proven or basically easily proven. The other may hit on some of those same points, but there's some points that in the competing one that are somewhat outlandish and much more difficult to prove. So it's basically saying that the most direct route from through a hypothesis from the question asked to the solution at the other end is the one that allows you to travel with the fewest deviations or quote unquote rabbit trails. So simple enough. This is a famous example when this is brought up in the popular media. Crop circles. I'm not going to go into. This is not going to be a conspiracy video about crop circles or aliens or whatever. I'm just using the example that they present the most often to illustrate the point to you. So, for example, a farmer wakes up one morning and he finds that there's a bunch of circles in his field that he doesn't remember being there yesterday. His two friends, or say two of his sons, basically two other parties. We'll call them A and B just for simplicity. Party A says that, oh, well, I know this person was out drinking last night and they're known to joyride. It was probably them, and they just happened to take a shortcut through your farm. Party B says, well, maybe so, but don't those shapes look weird? Like alien weird? Couldn't it have been that some alien ship landed in your field last night without you knowing? based on those two hypotheses, one basically somebody drunk driving, and the other saying that it was aliens that landed, which one can you actually prove the statements made in it without having to take broad leaps in logic to reach the conclusion? For Party B's example, like, he brings aliens into it. That implies, that brings up the question, but do aliens exist? And basically from there it would devolve down a whole other rabbit trail. So basically, my ultimate point in making this video is that the next time you're maybe in a discussion or a debate, or even if it gets more heated and turns into an argument with somebody, like, and you're both trying to get to the same conclusion and making different points, think about which ones make the most sense in the context of what you're talking about, because that's usually the one that leads to the correct answer. This isn't a how to win every argument video, but I felt that it was helpful to make this video to people who might not understand what Occam's razor is, because the concept has been brought up in many different shows. For example, the Sci-Fi Channel's original series, Eureka. I distinctly remember an episode where it was brought up in that, but not everybody may have heard of it, so if this can help anybody understand that concept, then I've done my job with this video. So I will see you guys later in whatever video I decide to make next. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video on all social media. Thank you for watching.